Hi, Soraya. It's me. It's your Aunt Em again. I'm gonna read you some more of this book. A Bear Called Paddington. Okay? But first is the music. Okay, 1 minute of music coming up. Okay, that's it for the music. We'll hear some more in a little bit. Okay, here we go with the book. Okay, we're up to chapter 7 now. Chapter 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, chapter 7. Here we go. Mr. Brown looked up. It's getting dark, he said. Miss Ford put down the traveling rug and folded her arms. Well, I'm not going back until he's found, she said. I couldn't go back to that empty house. Not without Pennington. No one's thinking of going back without him. Miss Ford said, Mr. Brown, he looked helplessly out to see its chest. Perhaps he didn't get swept out to sea, said the life-saving man hopefully. Perhaps he's just gone on the pier or something. There seems to be a big crowd heading that way. Must be something interesting going on. He called out to a man who was just passing. What's going on at the pier, chum? Without stopping, the man looked back over his shoulder and shouted, Chap, just crossed the Atlantic, all by himself on a raft. Hundreds of days without food or water, so they say. He hurried on. The life-saving man looked disappointed. Another of these publicity stunts, he said. We get them every year. Mr. Brown looked thoughtful. I wonder, he said, looking in the direction of the pair. It would be just like him, said Miss Ford. It's the sort of thing that would happen to Pennington. It's got to be, cried Jonathan. It's just got to be. They all looked at each other and then, picking up their belongings, joined the crowd hurrying in the direction of the pier. It took them a long time to force their way through the turnstile for the news that something was happening on the pier had spread, and there was a great throng at the entrance. But eventually, after Mr. Brown had spoken to a policeman, a way was made wait for them, and they were escorted to the very end where the paddle streamers normally tied up. A strange sight met their eyes. Paddington, who had just been pulled out of the water by a fisherman, was sitting on his upturned bucket talking to some reporters. Several of them were taking photographs while the rest fired questions at him. Have you come all the way from America? Asked one reporter. The Browns, hardly knowing whether to laugh or cry, waited eagerly for Paddington's reply. Well, no, said Paddington truthfully, after a moment's pause. Not America, but I have come a long way. He waved a paw vaguely in the direction of the sea. I got caught by the tide, you know, and you sat in that bucket all the time? Asked another man, taking a picture. That's right, replied Paddington, and I used my spade as a paddle. It was lucky I had it with me. Did you live on plankton? Queried another voice. Paddington looked puzzled. No, he said, marmalade. Mr. Brown pushed his way through the crowd. Paddington jumped up and looked rather guiltily. Now then, said Mr. Brown, taking his paw, that's enough questions for today. This bear's been at sea for a long time, and he's tired. In fact, he looked meaningly at Paddington. He's been at sea all the afternoon. Is it still only Tuesday? Asked Paddington innocently. I thought it was much later than that. Tuesday, said Mr. Brown firmly, and we have been worried to death over you. Paddington picked up his bucket and spade and jar of marmalade. Well, he said, I bet not many bears have gone to sea in a bucket all the same. It was dark when they drove along bright sea front on their way home. The PROMENADE was festooned with colored lights, and even the fountains in the gardens kept changing color. It all looked very pretty, but Paddington, who was lying in the back of the car wrapped in a blanket, was thinking of his sand castle. I bet mine was bigger than anyone else's, he said sleepily. Bet you mine was the biggest, said Jonathan. I think, said Mr. Brown hastily, you'd all better have two Australians just to make sure. Perhaps we can come perhaps we can come again another day, said Miss Brown. Then we can have another competition. How about that, Paddington? Paddington? There was no reply from the back of the car. Sandcastles paddling his bucket all across the harbor, and the sea air had proved too much for Paddington. He was fast asleep. That's the end of that chapter, Soraya. Okay? The next chapter is the last chapter in the book, the very last chapter. Okay? Now we're going to listen to our music. Okay, here we go. Oops. Okay, that's the end. That's the end of the music. Oh, I'll read you some more next time. Okay, Soraya? Bye-bye for now. Lots of love and kisses.